journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis, on a day of no volatility. Are you kidding me? Down 220 handles in the S&P in a matter of a day and a half. So what do we have to do? We got to rally back 100 handles really quick. And that's what we did. Look at the opening, folks. Look at the opening right there at 9:30. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, also sitting at the perfect ABCD that we pointed out in the NASDAQ. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Now, what else do we teach here? We say when you see a strong trending market, boys and girls, first thing you want to do is to look at the first 3A2. And if you draw the line right in here, draw the line, it's looking mighty fine. There is your exact low right here. Bada bing, bada boom. What do you think that one was, folks? Bada bing, bada boom. Let's draw that one in. Draw this one from your low to your high. Whoopsie daisy. Let's don't get crazy. I know you think this is all baloney, but sometimes baloney makes pretty good friends here. We missed this one here by 2 points in the S&P. Now you can see we've come up, we've backed off. Now what you want to be watching this morning with this run like this, we've had a terrific run. So you want to watch what the next 382 is going to be from the very, very low that we made way back here, because this is going to tell you something very super important. That number comes in right here. You'll be able to see, comes in here at 49. Right now we're at 66. Folks, if we close below this level right here, that's going to be not very good. And if we close below this level right here, that's not going to be very good. And if something should happen, that, markets go up, they come down the same way. If we close below 67.10, that's 50 handles from where we are, with 3 hours to go, you're going to see, I'm going to type this in. I'm not going to say it on the air because I don't want anybody else to see what's going to happen, because this may happen very, very soon. And let me draw this in, and that's what you want to be watching, is that little old word right there. And the reason why is, well, boys and girls, we've been watching the Bradley model for a very long time. And one of the things that the Bradley model said we were going to be looking at, let's get up here. Okay, there was a high, November 12th. Here we are on the 14th. We were down hard, 13th, 12th, 13th. We were hard down on the 14th, but we rallied back. We were saved by the ABCD. Now, if the ABCD fails from there, we were going down into January, up into January, down into February, and then this will be no one, not a person alive. Look at me, boys and girls. This is the 8th of February, okay? Not a person alive will want to buy stocks on that day. You can quote me on that, just like we did back in this day here of 2009, right here, where nobody would buy. Tom O'Brien, God love him, he's one of my greatest fans, and I love him as much as he did love me. He said, you can't put this out. He said, this market's going to go straight down. I said, Tom, if I can't put this out, I should quit the business. And he laughed and he said, you're all for it. All during this time, folks, I was working with a guy out of London, England, named Tom Hugard, and I was showing him how to do ABCDs in the midst of a downtrend, looking at some of this cycle stuff. So it don't work all the time, but when it does, that's what it's really important to pay attention to. Okay, now let's get back here and talk about some other markets. Let's go and look at a few others here. Oh, well, we won't do that. Let's just go look at the Russell, because that was one, that was the easy one to do. Hold on just a second here. Get up here with the Russell. Here's where we were. Remember, this was our big sale. It was right here. Right there. yesterday. There was a high the Dow made. Okay, this was only making a 61% retracement. First 382, and what did we do today, folks? From the high that we made right back here, we came right up to, guess what? What was that number right there? Right, 382 while we were on the air at 205.5. We're trading at 298. Now, what if we close below down in here somewhere? That's not going to look very good, but it's still early, 3 hours to go, and that's it. I reminded folks of the situation that happened to me many years, about 25, 30 years ago. I was just in Tucson. I had a position on, and I was long soybeans, and they were up almost the limit. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to go to the movies, and I'm not going to worry about it. The movie was, what was the name? Oh, dear, with Pierce Brosnan, Volcano. Okay, it's filmed in a beautiful city up in Oregon. So I went up to see the movie. I came back 2:30 in the afternoon, and I saw that soybeans did close limit bid. Then I'm updating my charts for the day, and I noticed that soybeans went from limit up to almost limit down and back up to limit up again. I didn't even put a stop in because I didn't think that there was a chance in hell that could that happen, because it should have stopped me out, and it didn't. They went up a couple more days, and then they finally turned over. But that was one of the wildest days I've ever seen. I'm going to check later today when that, fact is, when the break comes up, I'll find out what year that was. And that's the type of volatility that we're seeing in these markets today, folks. So you got to be really, really careful, what you're doing as you're watching these things here unfold for the day. Now, I want to check with a couple of stocks here, first of all. This is the NASDAQ, of course. We're watching that at the same time. Let's take a look at the gold. Gold yesterday had $100 and some rally. Our trade for the day was to be a seller up here at the 61% retracement right here. Now, this is where gold was at that particular time. You see, last night, we had a $100 move. That's $100, folks. We rallied up, pulled right back to the 382, right where we were watching it, okay? And then the market rallies into Friday on the 14th. All right, well, guess what? As you take a look at this, if I can find it, I don't think I can. Nope, I can't. No, I've already lost it. Anyway, we were looking at gold, dropped another $100 to the downside, folks. Get this up here. I want to get to show you, because we went from 42.17 was the high right here. 42.17 was the high. From 42.17, we went all the way down to $4,009. Let's get the gold up so we can see it together, and you'll be able to see what we're talking about. There it is to the downside. You can see here's where we dropped. Look where we rallied to, folks, after that big drop. This is 1 day's action, $200. Where's it rally up to? Bada bing, bada boom, the exact to the tick, bada bingo, bada boongo, right to there at 414, now trading $15 shy of that. So that's what we were trying to do, is to show you these numbers don't work all the time. Nothing does. But boy, when they do, and boy, when they do, that's what you really have to pay attention to. So let's keep a close eye on these things, because, folks, we're getting ready to go to places this thing hasn't been to in a very, very long time.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, here is the chart of NVIDIA. You notice that it gapped down quite a bit this morning. This started the whole rally, this one, and Goldman Sachs. Anyway, there's what you see here from this level right here. We rallied, well over 7% here, and that got the market moving in the right direction. Let's take a look here. I think we had the other one. Was Tesla? What were we watching here? No, that's the gold. I forget what this one is. This is the S&P. Folks, here's Tesla right here. You can see here's Tesla this morning. It was up on the day after being down 12, 15 bucks. You can see it was way down here. And right here at 388, it rallied back to be up on the day. Here's where we are right now with Tesla. Folks, I'm trying to... Never mind. I'm not going to say a word. Okay. I want to share with you one of the best studies I ever did, thanks to my good friend, John Jameson. I posted this to the newsletter, but these are the big stocks. These are the big NVIDIA stocks. Now, all I did now, I want to show you, I've seen this before. I'm going to let you see it again because I think it's very important. This is Apple when it came out at $3. You can see it measured at 267, okay? That means you had originally, that is per share, 267. I didn't change anything. You see the target there is 267. All I did, when it split, I adjusted it. That's all done. John Jameson helped me do it, okay? That's Apple, okay? The next one we're going to look at here is Amazon. And Amazon, the old bookseller, right? They do as much selling books as I do. There's $3 a share when they were selling books in the driveway. There's your ABCD measures at 258, 258. What do you think the high was, folks? Exactly, 258.83. Exactly. Now, how do you make that stuff up with all those splits after all those years? Okay, here's Broadcom. Oh, my big poker story on that, but I'm not going to share it. Here's Broadcom, same thing, 388. We had it measured at 363. The high was 388, went a little bit higher. Okay, now these are all adjusted for splits. Now here's Google. This is one of my favorites because it came out, it came out in 04. August the 19th of 04 was Jill's birthday. And it came out at 85, backed off to 70. I bought it at 70. That was a retracement of 618 of the early range. I was leaving for Las Vegas to go to the money show. I left at about 11:15. I got to Vegas at 12:45. Google was still open. It was trading at 105. Okay. And I had 200 shares. And so I had enough to buy a gold coin for my grandson. And I did. I'm laughing because that coin cost me $26,000 because that's what it would have went to. Anyway, you can see it would have went to $291 per share. So if you had 200 shares, multiply that time, well, it comes out to $250,000. Anyway, you can see that's what we're watching. Now here's Softy. This is the greatest of them all, folks. $17 back in 1986 if you owned it. Here it is right now at 558. You see the 1.618 at 558 and a quarter? See where it measures to 556.62? Okay? It makes that number right there, that number right. Folks, how can that be? How can that be? I mean, these markets have made a major top, is what it's trying to say. Now, here's a big one. Netflix, not as much as you think, because there weren't many splits, but that was another big one that was really big. And then we have NVIDIA, one of the great ones, from 34 cents to 212, still not beating Microsoft. If you had bought Microsoft in the summer of 1986 and just bought 100 shares, do you know how much that 100 shares would be worth, folks, today? Are you ready? Sit down, folks. Think of the number 35, and then think of the number 37, and the number in between is $36 million for your original investment of $1,700 to $36 million. Those are published figures, boys and girls. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, now let's get back to look at some of the charts that we want to love and see. First of all, what we have to do is to tile vertical to make sure we can get into the program here, because I think the thing that's important here is to see where we are. Well, look at the old Russell starting to work pretty nicely. See, there she was right there, and here it is making $500. That turned out to be okay. The wheats, of course, was a big one. The gold was real. Oh my good, look at the gold. Look at this gold. Look at this gold. Are you kidding me? There was your 382 right there at 14. Where are you trading now? Down $26 at 40.87. That was online, folks, where we were watching right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you don't. Here's the one to pay attention to, folks, because this is where the big daddy rabbit's going to be playing. Okay, here's where we are. We were down 500. We were up 200. It's a 700-point swing in the NASDAQ. Now, let me get this up here, see it on a larger time frame so you can see it. There is a $700 rally in the NASDAQ right there. These are these dynamite triangles that we were watching all the way down. There was your 3 drive to a bottom pattern right here in the NASDAQ, okay? Because what you're going to be seeing here real soon, coming to a theater near you, there's your 3 drive. There it is right there. Well, it doesn't quite reach the right place because my little fat little fingers don't draw it right. That's why, Bubba. You can see it here. Don't do that to me. Come on, I'm a nice person. Get this out of the way. All right, I'm going to go slow and try to draw it right so we can see it together. Okay, there was drive 1. All right, I'm going to draw it in real slow because here was the early morning low. Okay, there's drive 1. Okay, there's drive 2. Don't do it to me now. There's drive 3 right there, right on the open. You can see you blew it up. You can see it real easy right on the open. People walk in and say, oh my God, look what they're having on sale today. Shut the front door. Let's buy some. And there it is. And there's your 700-point rally right there. And that's what you're watching. The key to see what's going on, folks. I know we're trading at 25,145, but you know what goes up? Look how quickly it went from 9 o'clock, 3 hours. It rallied 700 points. I know this could never happen in the stocks, but what happened if it would close down into here, or here, or here, or even here? Uh-oh, that's what you got to be concerned about. Now, if you close above here, probably going to be okay, but maybe not. This is what we want to wait and see. Okay, now we had a couple other trades that we were not able to get off, which was very interesting. First of all, I want to come up here and show you one of the ones we've already covered, Tesla. You've already seen what's going on with that. I want to come up here I've already mentioned the cattle market. I'll shut the front door and raise the rent. I want to show you the move in January soybeans, because I flat missed this one for my folks, and I'm not complaining because we made really good money in the meal, not like we could have, but we're going to pull up January beans here to show you something that you got to remember this, folks, for future reference. Okay, now this is soybeans. You can see here they're backing off today. We picked the wheat because it was the weaker of the three, but we're doing the same thing. ABCD here in the cattle or soybeans. You get the daily up. You'll be able to see it real easy. Well, let's refresh the whole thing here, Larry. And here's the daily. You can see we're making an ABCD here. The wheat was easier. That was basically it. But what I want to show you is something more important than that, and that is to come up here on the hourly chart. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is January soybeans. I want you to see this because you'll see we had this gap here. This was, they took the tariffs off for China. The market rallied up. It pulled back to the 382. You can see it's an A. We'll just draw it in for you. Hopefully I can. There's your X point right down here. There's A right there. There's BC right there. There's your 382. And you can see away we went. But when you see this, doesn't make any difference about a gap. When you see a ABCD at a 382, up or down, don't make any difference, then that's it. That's what you want to be watching. Now, one of the things that I spent some time with the folks at the live trading today was going back 30 years ago, 25 years ago, to show them when I was working with Tom Hugard. I met Tom in 04. Then 06 and 07, I was trading with him in London, and also came to Tucson for a couple months. And I showed him to look for these ABCD patterns and Gartley's. This is the Bradley model. Does a pretty good job, but this was during the time that we had the real estate thing. Okay, there was the first great signal right here. This is where Tom became a super trader, because we had this little ABCD here. Now it was 382. And believe me, I didn't pay too much attention. Well, that's the understatement of the year of 382s I do now. But folks, take a picture of this picture right here, because it's going to happen here very, very shortly. And that's going to lead to something that is pretty dramatic to the downside. Here was the 3 drive to a bottom. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. There it was on March the 9th. March the 5th, and I said the market would have the best rally in 70 years. That would have to been 1938. Okay, unfortunately, I was wrong. It was the best rally ever. The Dow went from 42 on July the 8th of 1932 to the high that it made on Tuesday of 48,034. Anyway, that's why you have to pay attention to these, because not only that, it does repeat itself over and over again. Now, one of our good buddies, one of my best trading buddies in Tucson, is T West. And you can see here was her chart measuring the ABCD. And she put it, here it is, November the 12th, right on the Bradley date. And she said in her tweets that the market starts going down today. And at midnight on the 12th, that's when it started. There was your A, B, C, D. Well, ABCD don't work all the time, but it works a great deal of the time. But those are the things that I'm watching very closely here today. I'm watching, let's just get up here. I've talked about NVIDIA. We're done with this. We really need to watch what's going on in the stock market here, because the close here is going to be tremendously important. Now, here's the NASDAQ, okay? Now, you can see we've had this big run. Okay, now the pullback so far has held really good. We haven't even made a 382 pullback. That's down here about another 150 points lower if it were to get to that level. Okay, now if we close below here, that's not going to be a good sign, because the market's still going to be going down. Right now, it's up 100 points on the day. It was up 30, now it's up 100. Now if we close here, that'll be down on the day. Okay, if we close here, and believe me, if you can go up this much in 1, 2, 3 hours, and we have 2.5 hours to go, we could easily be down into here. Okay, now if we get down into here, anything under here, another 200 points, and hey, look, if you can go up 700, you can come down 200. We already know that. So that's what you got to be watching here. So if it closes poorly today, for God's sakes, don't be long stocks coming in Monday, okay? Because it's not going to be pretty. But if it closes really strong, everything's copacetic, and it might have some more of a rally, but I think it's in big trouble, and that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, but we're going to find out. I'm going to put this beeper in, because while we're talking, that might get hit, because it moves so very, very quickly. As we look at this in the format of what the AI is supposed to tell us, you can see here that we should start down right about now. Now, look, if it started up like it should have, maybe we're going to start down. Now, I don't know that, but there's where we are. So we get below here, that tells me this thing is probably going to start working. Now look, if we went from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 3 hours straight up, can we go from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock to the downside? No, that's never happened in the history of the world, okay? So let's pay attention to what we're paying attention to here, folks, because there's going to be a lot of things happening in these markets that is really good. But my goal today was to talk about dynamite triangles and trading wrong, very strong trending markets. And that's what our focus was. And that's why we wanted to do it. Now, I need to spend some time here talking about the YM, which is the Dow Jones, because it gets all the news. And let's get it up here. We're going to get, here's our Dow Jones. We'll get it right here. There's where we are today. All right, get it up here. Now you can see we had the big run up. Okay, we've already gone through these figures. We went from 48,000 to 47,000. We dropped 1,000 points, folks. How many days? Uno, dos. How much have we rallied back? Dropping 1,000 points, 47. We rallied back 600 out of 1,000 points. It's nothing. No, well, it is more than that. But we went from 47,000 to 47,400. We rallied 700 points. That is not even close to a 382 retracement. Remember, we made the 382 retracement in the Russell. We made it in the NASDAQ, a little bit above it, and then also in the S&P. We did not make the 382 yet. There it is right there. We have not made that as of yet. That's all this is. This big a move down, that's not a very good sign. When you give up this much daylight, stop and think where we were here, folks. My goodness. And then on the way down, I pointed this out yesterday because we did have this happen. There's the move today. There's your rally from 47 up to 47 up to 47.4. So we rallied 450 points out of 1,000. Okay, but here's where we were after the market broke. Okay, there was your first 382 here on Thursday. Look at that one. Look at that one. You see how they repeat it over and over again? That's what I was showing the folks today, is these markets repeat. How big was the rally here? We went from 47.5 up to 46. We rallied 150. This rally was much greater. And guess what happened up here? You see that beeper going off? That tells you that there's trouble in River City, folks. Look what's happening here as we speak, okay? We've just taken that out, right? Look, it started to head down. I don't know if it's going to work, but all I can tell you, and with 2.5 hours to go, if we see that dot right there, that's not 100 points from where it is now. We just gave up 100 points just now. So if we give up another 100 here, if we close down in here, folks,
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, I was thinking of the movie Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones and Pierce Brosnan. It was April 25th of 1997 when I was in the soybeans, the event limit up and all that other baloney with volatility. This is the NASDAQ. We've rallied 700 points. We've now backed off 200 from the high. I put the 382 here at 250.38. That's only less than 100 points in where we are right now. If we close below that, that's a bad sign. But if we close below here, below 20.49, this is going to be happening either Monday or Tuesday, okay? And I mean really something. Just a minute, folks. Get off my soapbox. Just got a flash from Tommy O'Brien, said, if you put that up, I'm going to kill you. No, he's not doing anything like that. He's my good buddy. Anyway, it's going to get bad, folks. This is really bad. Look at this. Look at this stock, folks. Come on. Here it is right here. Look, there's where we were. Okay. There's where let's just get it back here so we can see where we were. All right. This here. All we did today, folks. Oh, we didn't even make a 382 retracement, for Christ's sake. This is nothing. Look at the last time we had one of these here, just to show you here. This is a one-day phenomenon right there. See that right there? One-day phenomenon. That's all that was. What did we do today? You think markets don't repeat? Anyway, this is what we'll be looking at somewhere in Monday or Tuesday if we get down. I don't think we will, but if we close down in here, okay, you will be looking at that move right there. Plus, you'll have another one right here, right behind it. The problem is there are people that are out there that have leveraged, and they're not going to be able to do that. So there's where you're at right here. You see this level right here? We take this out right here, and that out right there, and we take below this right here. Then you're looking at something that is going to be in the history book. So that number is 24,000. That's 1,000 points from where we are right now. Okay. All right. Is that okay? I mean, that's pretty much it. We've come down 800 points here from the high here, 25,700, 24,700. That's 1,000 points, right? Another 1,000 points takes you to here. And below that, let's get this up here on the daily, because this is what people don't realize. This is where we is right now. See, we took out that low. All right. And what happens if we start going down? Folks, I'm going to say this right now that you're not going to believe me, but it's true. Here's where we are. We're going to take this out by Thanksgiving. I know you think it's nuts, but like I said, I'm often in doubt. But there's our move down we had in February and April. This was nothing compared. See, let's draw this in. You'll be able to see how big that move was right there. Okay, that was 2 months. Now, if that repeats, and we come over here and take a look at it. I'm going to bring this over. That repeats. We're going right there and that's down 20,000. That's down 15,000 points from 25,000 to, 5,000 points to this level right here. And, hey, look, I'm not saying anything. It's not crazy. It's already done it once, for God's sake. You can see it there. It was. And remember this? Remember that move right there? Say we're going to see that again. If you went way back here to one of these other, we're going to do the weekly, otherwise you won't be able to see it. But it did exactly the same darn thing. Move this over here. There it is right there. See that move? That's it right there. And where was it? It was right there. See that? That was exactly the same move right there. If we repeat it again, where does it take us to? Bada bing, bada boom, 20,400. And that's still a bull market. What if it's not a bull market anymore? You see, it's not going to be a 29 type crash, folks. It's probably going to be worse, but I can't talk about that kind of stuff. I just look at these last few days. I said, my God, stop and think, folks. The Dow's dropped 1,000 points in 2 days with bullish news. There was no bearish news. You know, they're talking about, oh, the government's coming back. Boy, how bullish that was. Well, what did Dow Jones do? It rallied 600 points on that, and it's given all that back plus another 400 today. So that's why you've got to be really, really careful to look at. The NASDAQ is almost unchanged on the day now, folks, after having been up about 300 points a little while ago. So just be careful up in here. We're looking at historic times. And I will tell you this, the old cowboy's not involved. I don't really care. I have no S&P short. I have no NASDAQ short. I have one tiny little Russell, I split with 9 other people. But anyway, this is, I just want you to be afraid, be very afraid, because if it breaks, it's going to be really nasty. And you can see here, we're not very far away from those numbers I was talking about just a tiny bit ago. We just see that where we are. Look, we're right down here. We're 40 points away, and pretty soon be 30 points. We're 45 points away from this key, which is the 382. Below here is danger, because you're going to be down on the day, okay, after that run up. In other words, everybody that bought it here has a loss and say, oh, what if this is not the bottom? Because there was the bottom down here. So be careful. That's why we're watching it here. So very, very carefully. And I've asked Ben, take a look at the price of us, get the soybean meal up here, because that was another one that we were, folks, I do a lot of things wrong, as you folks that know me very well, because I was very bullish this stuff. And we had a hell of a move. I was so proud of it. I mean, I just couldn't believe that I was able to call a move that really good. But there's where we bought it here at the 72. And I said we should make at least $1,000, which would take it up to 92. Okay, 92 was right there. Okay, and we got out of it right there the next day before it went up. This was a $10,000 move, folks, from 270 to where we hit yesterday up there. That's a $10,000 move. It's $100 a point. There, excuse me, $6,000 move. Beg your pardon. It's a $6,000 move. We took a third of it out. That's the way it goes. We didn't get any pullback here, as you can see. Market didn't do that. We made a higher high yesterday. I want to show you, because we were thinking of doing meal today, but because meal opened higher up in here, we did the wheat, because the wheat was exactly at 618 ABCD. This was not. But you took out the highs of the previous day by not very much, and only dropped a little bit. You went from 30. That's $600. It's all it's dropped in meal today, very little. Where the wheat dropped 20 cents, $1,000. So that's why we did the wheat, because it was a weaker market. You want to sell the weakest and buy the strongest. So here's where we are right now. You can see here's where we are with this. Keep an eye on this, because the key level here is 70 points away, 250.50. Below that, there's trouble in River City. Now the S&P's down on the day. Shut the front door. Anyway, we're paying attention to that. Let's take a look at the old stop and P if we can. Here it is right now. Just turned negative just a little bit. And there's the 382 here. There's your 382 here on the whole move right there. 4749. So we haven't quite got there. There's that little pattern we were just looking at. We've got lower tops in here. Okay, so that's telling you that there may be something wrong. There's your top. First 382.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So far, you see, folks, this 382 is held well. We've already passed above the 382. That's another positive sign. We're setting it to 50%. Looks like we're going higher. If we close up in here, it's going to be okay. If we close down in here, not so much. So let's pay attention to that as we're looking at it right here. This is live, looking at the Dow Jones. You can see the same thing. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. I'm also looking at the Russell. And we're watching all of these together because we're at a critical level with all of these things. And it's important that we pay attention to what the markets are. We're having huge swings here, folks. 696, you drop $40, up $30. I mean, these are big swings, and they're going to continue. We've got another 2 hours of trading to go. So it's going to be exciting to watch how it finishes. The key level in the NASDAQ is at 25,038. We close below that, not going to be very good. And we are quite a bit above that right now. We'll just get a quick look at it. I have lost it here in my group here. So, oh, here it is right here. 4186. This is where we are. Needs to be 20. There's your number right here. We're 150 points higher, acting pretty good. had a nice little pullback. Now we're rallying up in here. Whether this time is going to mean anything or not, folks, I don't know, but that's the last ditch effort. So this is very, very important. You can see pretty close here, pretty close here, pretty close here. Start going up from here, then it's off to the races, and you can buy all you want, and the market will never go down again. And that is the key to watching this. You can see here, we've been on the air here for just a few minutes. It's already rallied 100 points. Comes down 150, rallies up. This is, well, tremendous volatility. And we're still up on the day, 100 handles, which is still pretty good. You can see there's where we are right now. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And we'll see you on the flip side on Monday, folks. I hope I've covered all the things I needed to cover, and have a wonderful weekend.